Hey, what's up, guys? So I'm going to do a review of my Black Oak LED 2-inch, I guess, reverse lights or whatever you want to use them for. They're kind of like scene lights. So let's go back there and check them out. I'm doing this right now because it's about to rain, plus I don't have a light on my GoPro, so it'd be hard to see my wiring job, kind of jinky wiring job I did. But there they are right there. Pretty easy. I don't care about blurring up my license plate, whatever. I don't know what that's going to do if you see it anyway. Anyway, what I did is those bolts right there, that star one right there, that Torx, there's two of them right here that hold, like, I guess your bumper to this bracket. And it's just your, your skin of your bumper, whatever you want to call it. I used that with the brackets that came with Black Oak LED, but I had to bore out the hole. They come with these little square holes, and it's so the bolt that they give you, the screw they give you, indexes on there. It doesn't twist around because there's no like head on it. It's just flush. But the cool thing about these Torx is they're so flush, it doesn't matter. So there's no head on there where it's going to get in the way of your light mounting in your bracket. So yeah, and I also bought, let's see if I can get up in there. You can kind of see up in there. Where's it at? It's up right in there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a Deutsch connector right there, and I bought the Y splitter, and then I ran the wire loom all the way up and over my spare, up along the frame rail with my air lines for my airbags, and I kind of just ran it right here. I'm gonna clip all my zip ties. You know, I hate those things hanging. I forgot to do it down there for my airline, but anyway, there's that right there. And then if you come over there, you can see another Deutsch. I don't know if you can see that Deutsch right there, that Deutsch connector. And I bought an 8-foot extension. So this is part of that 8-foot extension. I bought it from Black Oak LED, and I should have bought 2 or 3 of them, but they're kind of pricey, to tell you the truth. So what I did is I bought some automotive wire, and let's see if we can get some of this wire loom right here. So it's hard to see. I'll show you up and underneath in the engine bay. What I did is I actually have some of this wire protector stuff, like nylon, whatever you want to call it. Really nice stuff, and it's not going to rot or anything like that, and it's going to help from or prevent a little chafing. And I ran my ground for my lights right here, and so I just put that right on the chassis ground, and I ran my positive, and you can see my red wire right there with the weatherproof shrink wrap butt connector. And I just picked one of the upfitters I wanted to use. So the blue with the green is upfitter 3, and if you look online, you can go online, there's forums that people attached the PDF file from Ford. They have a wiring diagram and a wiring schematic, and you can look all that up and determine which upfitter you'd like to use. But yeah, just you know, go with which one you want to use. They're all, I believe, 20 amp, 15 amp, something like that, 20 amp, and then you get some of the bigger ones that are 25 amp. But you could look all that stuff up, and it will tell you how many amps and everything. These little lights are not drawn much, and I did not swap around there's a little 5 amp fuse thing right here that allows you to have all the relays on with your key off. But I don't want to do that right now. I'm just kind of getting this quick setup. It could be a better wiring job, but hey, it is what it is. And fishing it up down through there wasn't that difficult. So anyway, let's get this thing turned on, and I'll show you. I already had the 3 on because I was actually playing around with them earlier. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. Put the key closer to the sensor in here because sometimes I won't sense the key. And then you just turn that on. You're in auxiliary mode, and hit one of your aux switches. So we're going to do 3, which is my 3rd one right here. Boom. And let's go back and check them out. They're pretty bright. for how small they are. And as you can see, really shining into this camera, really nice. Get up close to that thing. Boom. So yeah, to me, that's perfect for just anything you're doing. Whether it's backing up, hooking up a trailer, you're coming up to say a campsite or something like that, you're unloading things. For me, I just put them on, and I should have had them on a long time ago for this last desert season, but I never put them on, never got around to it. So now I finally had some time, this COVID-19 at home, taking my wife. She broke her pelvis this last trip in the desert. We were trying to, you know, what do you call it, isolate or whatever the correct way and go out to the desert, not out by ourselves type of deal. But she just didn't see a ditch. She was out looking for me, and we're kind of doing circles. And anyway, yeah, she broke her pelvis, she broke her wrist. So we're at home, and I figured, why not start getting a bunch of stuff done at home? And these lights were just sitting there. Purchased them a few months ago, a couple months ago, whatever. So anyway, pretty easy to do. And the one thing I like about these Super Duties is they come with all these upfitter switches. They're pre-relayed and fused, so you just have those wires, they're just all tucked underneath there, depending on how they did it with your truck. Everyone's truck's kind of different. For some reason, I can have another 2017 over here, and their wire loom will be tucked underneath. But if you want to look, if you could see down in here, there's a bundle of wires, and they're zip tied. They're zip tied to this this fuse box, and that's probably the best I've seen. I've seen a lot of other videos of people their wires are just kind of hanging out over here, or they're tucked underneath and you can't find them. And there's two little clips. You can't see them because it's dark, but there's clips right here. You just kind of push your finger in like that, and this whole box comes out. Really easy to deal with then. But really painless wiring when you have these upfitters pre-relayed, pre-fused, because all you're gonna do is run your hot to whatever lights you have, whatever accessory you want to power up, and then just chassis ground. Now I could have grounded it like probably way back there, where there's probably another ground attached to the frame somewhere, but I figured I'm just going to run both wires all the way back, all the way to the front, and then just use this right here, because I know this wire right here is probably going to this wire loom here to a battery or something like that, so you're getting that really solid ground. But yeah, I'd like to do some things in the front of my truck, but unfortunately, times are tough now, guys. COVID-19, wife's not working. I'm essential, but I have to be at home taking care of her. So yeah, I'll probably eventually dip into that no paid leave status, and I'll be a leave without pay, but it is what it is. So anyway, guys, not enough about my personal crap, but yeah, just really cool lights. I mean, I think Black Oak LED really hit the nail on the head when it comes to quality and affordability. And I want to say these lights cost me, both of them, I want to say maybe $100, a little over $100. And that's just for the lights, you know. And then what they do come with little Deutsch connectors with them, and then you can just connect them to whatever. So they don't come with the wire looms like their spotlights and stuff like that, and their light bars. They come with a switched wire loom, relayed, fused, all that stuff. But with these, it just I don't know. I don't think they really cared to put a switch in there, because they don't draw much power. You could probably hook these up to any regular switch. Just a regular rocker switch that can handle, most of them handle 15 amps, you know, and these things are not drawn anywhere near that. So you technically don't need a relay, I don't think, because you're not going to burn out any switches. But be on the safe side, I would. And one thing I wish Black Oak LED would do is, if situations like mine where my truck already has all this relayed stuff like that, they're going to send me, if I buy one pod, they're going to send me the wire loom, 2 pods, two wire looms, all this stuff. So if they would cut down on costs and just don't worry about sending me the wire loom, then, you know, but it is what it is. So yeah, guys, I don't know, I would highly suggest Black Oak LED. There's another video I just put up, or I'm going to put up, depending on which one I do first here, of my Razor and the lights that I have on there. Got a little mess in the garage right now, but you can see everything I have is Black Oak LED. As far as accessory lighting goes for off-road stuff and everything, I don't see this. I think the logo's on the other side. Let me make sure, so that way I can show you guys here. I don't know where the logo is on this light bar. This is a 30-incher and I really like it, but I just did a review on this, so yeah, not seeing the logo. But anyway, it is a Black Oak LED light bar, and it's awesome. Really, really awesome. Sorry guys, I'm tripping over my mess in this garage. Black Oak LED, get them. Need accessory lighting for anything, I would not hesitate. I would not go Rigid. I would not go Baja Designs. You're not going to be racing, and even if you are, I would still highly suggest these lights, just because of the light output, the lux that they put down the range, and the price point, and they're super robust. I mean, I beat the crap out of my other lights, so that are my Razor, and I had them on my last truck, and they just take a beating. Pressure washing, they fog up. You take your little thing out of there if you want them to dry out faster, and they dry out and they just keep on working, which means, you know, they have really good drivers, circuit boards that are fully coated, conformal coated, to be like waterproof basically. And so if you do get water intrusion, then, you know, you just got to dry it out, and hopefully you don't have any residue or anything behind your lens. But then again, you just take your lens off, clean it up. But anyway, guys, it's kind of a long drawn out video for two little lights, but I'm really excited I got them on there. And like I said, hooking up a trailer, unloading stuff at the campsite, you know, there's a lot of times I show up at the desert, it's late, and it's nighttime, and it's dark, and I have a truck bed full of wood, and I pull up to the fire ring, and it's just sometimes hard to see where you're throwing stuff. You got little ones walking around, little people bring their little dogs, all that stuff, and you're chucking wood out of your truck. Well, it'd be nice to have some scene lighting back there, other than just, you know, when you have your tailgate down on these trucks, you have a little spotlight, but, you know, so it's really nice to have that. Also, there's a lot of people that are doing all these aftermarket headlights and everything, and they're just so freaking retarded. I mean, you can't tell that those signs that you're driving past are just glowing at you. Why? Because your headlights are pointed, or you have too much scatter, because you have your LED lights clocked wrong in your reflector housing, all kinds of stuff. Anyway, or people just run their high beams and they don't give a rat's ass. And so this is one thing, if someone comes up behind me, they got their high beams on, I know their high beams are on, click that a few times, they don't understand, they don't get it, well, just turn them on and keep them on, and I'll blind the crap out of them, just like they're blinding me in my mirrors. So multi-purpose lights, cool. But anyway, guys, yeah, get them. And yeah, if you have any questions, just comment, whatever. You know, I'm trying to answer the best I can. All right, later.